Ariel over here at Finest, and what I just did there, pretty obviously, was grate a bunch of carrots. This is the old KitchenAid mixer that my parents had, actually, I believe, before I was born. When my mother finally got a newer, bigger one, she gave me this one. And I don't use it a whole lot, but there are a few times it's really handy. Like, I can hand grate carrots, but I cannot grate them that fast. So it is handy for that. Now, I have a lot of carrot recipes right at the moment because I just cleaned the rest of the carrots out of the garden before the soil froze rock solid. And they, though I'd been eating them all summer long, I still had about, I think, at least 9 gallons of carrots in the garden. So they did very well for me this year, and I have plenty of carrots. So I've been coming up with some new recipes and more things to do with them. And this is one I tried the other day and really, really liked. It's really simple. I started with grated carrots, just like that. And we're going to make carrot pancakes. So I'm going to add a few eggs. Basically all these other ingredients are just to stick the carrots themselves together so that they hold together. And this time I used orange carrots. As you probably know if you've been looking at my photos and stuff, I have a lot of colors of carrots. And you could use any color you like. I did purple ones the last time I made a batch of this. So I put 3 eggs in there. Just going to mix them in there. Make those carrots all kind of sticky. I'm going to add, because I'm making this kind of like a sweet pancake, just a tiny bit of nutmeg. If you pour spices without measuring, if you pour them into your cap, then it makes it pretty easy to not get accidentally the whole bottle in your dish. And nutmeg's a pretty potent spice, as is cloves. I'm going to add just, it's probably something like a 1/4 teaspoon of each of those. And then a little bit of rye flour. And you could use any kind of flour you want. I just had some rye flour and that seemed like it would be a good combination. So I'm going to put in probably somewhere around 1/3 to 1/2 cup of that. And again, this is just where it's almost like making a breading, just enough to stick them together. So this is becomes our pancake batter. I'm maybe going to do just a tiny bit more flour. So I'm probably a good 1/2 cup there, approximately. As you know, I don't usually measure anything. And, oh, just a little bit of salt. Let's use some Redmond real salt, because the salt brings out the flavor in almost any kind of vegetable. So then I'm going to heat my skillet up here to fry. Grab some coconut oil. Just about a tablespoon of that in the bottom there. If you had a nice griddle, I'm sure that would be awesome for frying these. I don't have one, so I'm just using a skillet. I want to get that nice and hot, and then we're going to drop them in here. You can see how quick this recipe is. And I'm going to have them for kind of a brunch here. I don't eat many breakfasts, actually. But I've got a friend coming over and we're going to have a little brunch with carrot pancakes, some Vermont maple syrup from my lovely friend Flower that I told you about. That's from her little off-grid homestead in Vermont, since sugar maples are not something that grows in my area, but I do love maple syrup. If you want to check out her stuff, look up mothernaturesmountain.com and you can check all the herbs and stuff she has in addition to maple syrup. They might well be sold out of maple syrup by this point, I'm not sure. So this good and hot so that everything fries nice and crispy. And then I'm just going to take a little scoop of my batter and kind of press it out flat to be a little pancake shape like that. With this little round skillet, I can pretty easily do 2. I could probably do 3 at once if I made them just a little bit smaller, but I'm going to do 2. And grab a couple plates here to put them on. That just needs to fry for, I don't know what I did last time, maybe 2 minutes or so, and then I'm going to flip it onto the other side. And there's a really lovely orange color to these pancakes. If you have a lot of carrots to use up, or any good source of getting a bunch, this is kind of the time of year for all of those root things to be in season. You might have a lot of fun trying this recipe as well. We're going to let them just fry for a minute and then flip them over and give them another couple minutes to cook on the other side, and we'll be done. Very, very easy. And I'm sure you could make this more savory. You could, instead of like cloves and nutmeg. I haven't tried this yet, but I think one of these days I'm going to try doing a version with maybe like basil and oregano and make it more of a like a main dish hot cake kind of thing instead of more of a sweet type pancake. But I haven't tried that yet, so give it a go and let me know if you like that version too. Okie doke, those are smelling like they're crispy on one side. I'm going to flip them over. Look how nice and crunchy they got there. I'm sure if you tried to make these really big, they would probably get hard to flip. Like right there, I just broke the edge of that one because they're not, the structure is not as firm as a pancake made with just flour. So we're going to just let them fry for another minute or two there and be all done. Okie doke, these are done. Look at that beautiful, crispy pancake. I'm going to add just a little bit more oil here and fry another round. Of course, if you had a bigger griddle, you could do more at once and be all done. But if you got access to some good carrots, give this a shot. I think you might really, really enjoy it. It's kind of a sweet, savory little pancake, and I don't think it tastes very strongly like just plain carrots when you're done with all the seasonings in there. Now to dress this up, I'm actually going to open a window a little bit because when you fry things like that, you start getting a little bit of smoke in here. But I'm going to just top these with a little bit of a little sliver of Kerrygold butter on top. Grass-fed butter there. And melt that on there, and some of Flour's delicious maple syrup. So give that recipe a shot. Let me know what you think. And my guess is that you'll really enjoy it. Hi folks, Ariel over here. Thanks for spending some of your valuable time watching these videos. Hopefully you found something beautiful, educational, interesting, peaceful, relaxing, or useful while you were here. If so, find more videos here, subscribe so you don't miss any updates, and if you like what you found here, feel free to like and share away so that others can benefit as well. You all have a wonderful day.